Hi everyone. This is a short intro to a longer video than I usually make, but I just wanted to walk you guys through the process I went through as a small business owner applying for different grants and loans. So this is a video which you're going to see a screen capture of what I did when I applied for the Florida loan, a grant that I found, and one of the federal loans. So hopefully it's informative. Now remember, I'm a criminal defense attorney. This is not my expertise, but as a small business owner, I just wanted to share with you guys what I'm going through and what I filled out, and maybe you'll find it helpful as well. The first of the three resources I want to show you guys is this first one from the website called kovatcom. And what I applied for here was this first tab here where it says apply for an emergency grant. I'm going to click there. You want to accept the cookies. So you click here. Try not accept the cookies. Oh, you clicked on here. Okay, go pie. Sorry about that. So then it pops up. You can sign in with your Google account. You can sign in with your Facebook. I signed in earlier with my Google account. You're going to click here where it says submit and begin application. And you'll see it's going to take you through a series of 50 questions where you describe your business. This one is very in-depth. It asks you a lot of very personal questions about your business. It asks, for example, if you have LGBT people work for you, please describe any minorities that work for you. What is the nature of your business? What type of work do you do? How do you service the community? Do you give to charitable organizations? That type of thing. So this is a very in-depth application, but it's good because it's $10,000 and it's a grant. It is not a loan. That's why I wanted to show you this one first, but that's the first one I did. I haven't heard back from them yet. I just submitted it late last night. The next one I want to take you to is the Federal Small Business Association loan, which is great. Now, because I guess so many people are applying for it, they made a link all the way up here, so you can go straight to the coronavirus application. You can click there. This one you can do online. It's very, very, very easy. I started this last week and it was totally different. The questions were different, the setup was different, it was a PDF. This is much, much, much easier. So as you can see, the first question shows you if you're eligible, and they made this very broad. So you see the first choice is applicant is a business with not more than 500 employees. So that's most small businesses. If you have more than 500 employees, that's somebody else, that's big companies. But most of us out there that are small business owners, this is us. Excuse me. We have less than 500 employees. So this is where you're going to check, check whichever one applies to you. Even if you're a 501c, D, or E organization, you can apply here. But most people who are filling this out are going to be like a business or an applicant who's an individual under a sole proprietorship. So one of the great things about this loan, it's different from the Florida loan, which I'll talk about in a minute. But this one, you can be a sole proprietorship without employees. It can just be you, and you can apply for this. So it's pretty cool. Next thing is you're going to want to read these very carefully. As you read them, you're going to see you should be checking each box. If you can't check each box, you're not going to be able to go forward. Let me check these so you can see what happens on each page. You're not engaged in illegal activity. You're not delinquent in child support. You're not a farmer or a nursery. That's weird that they would exclude them, but whatever. You're not in some sex business. It's not gambling. You're not a lobbyist. And you're not a member of Congress or of any government type representation person. So then you put in your business name, ABC Corp, let's say. Whatever the name of your corporation is. ABD? Sounds too much like CBD. Or ABC. Trade name, yeah, let's call it CBD Company. My typing is really bad, sorry guys. but that's the name. You know, your EIN number is going to be 20 something something, or some digits there. Just fill it in. Organization type, pick the one that applies to your company. A lot of us are S corps or limited liability partnerships, so pick whatever applies to your company. Is it a nonprofit? If you're a nonprofit, say yes. Most of us are not going to be nonprofits. So if you're a franchise, you can put yes. Most of us are not franchises, so I'll assume we're not. Gross revenues, let's say your revenues are 100 grand, because if you're applying for this, you're not one of the people who's making less than 75, who's an employee. You're an owner, so let's say you make 100 grand. You put in your cost of goods sold. If you're in the service industry, your goods sold are probably going to be zero. But if you have any goods that you sell, put that in there. If you have rental properties, I want you to put that in there. Any lost rents you've had due to the disaster. It's early on, so maybe you don't have lost rents yet, but if you do, fill that in. Notice as you go down the list, when it has these colors in the box, where it's red at first, and then you see it's green when you fill it in, those are mandatory. These others that don't have a color next to it, you don't have to fill out. So, read them. If it applies to you, fill it out. Your primary business address. Let's say, what's your business address? Could be anything. Could be 1234 South Main Street, city. Let's say Orlando, Florida. County. Orlando's in Orange County, right? Orange County. Put your zip code. I have no idea what zip codes are up there. Business number, let's say it's 407-234-5678. And then the next one you have to fill in is a business email. It's going to be Mickey Home at gmail.com. So it turns green as you get a legit one. When was it established? Look at this. You can be as new as March 1st, and it'll take it. That's crazy. So you can be a brand new business that just opened up, and you can apply for this loan. I don't know if you're gonna get it, but you can apply for it. Whatever your business activity is. Most of my friends are in the legal services. Let's say we're entertainment services. Detail business activity. Let's say we're travel agencies. They're struggling right now, so you can use some money. Number of employees as of January 31st, 2020. So you can be as small as, let's say, just 2 employees. I'll go next. Just that name and owner of whoever it is. Mickey and Minnie. I say Mickey. Mouse. We'll put in his number. 407. What's your number, Mickey? 471234567. Title is owner. Pretty easy. We're gonna say Mickey owns 100%. If you do have a partnership, you do have to put in each person's information, but we'll assume you are the boss. We'll put the email to be Mickey, blah, blah, blah. You get the idea. Put in your social, your date of birth, place of birth, U.S. citizen, your residential address. I have to fill these in, right? Yeah, because that's grayed out. I'm gonna have to fill these in. Let's say your number is 111111111. Your birthday is also 1111111. Place of birth is, I think, born in California. Let's say LA, California. Would be Anaheim, maybe? I think Mickey's a citizen. Residential address. I don't know. Just pick something here. 3456 Southwest Main Street. He lives really close to his work. City, let's say Marceline. I do that a lot. I don't know why I capitalize A's. Marceline, Missouri. Massachusetts? No, Missouri. Give me Missouri. There we go. Missouri. I'll make up a zip because we don't know what the zips are over there. So we go to the next one. Oh, something's wrong. Oh, I didn't put in a valid email at gmail.com. See how easy this is? So it'll tell you before, if you can't go to the next page. Am I missing something else? Oh, up here, I'm sorry. I missed this. Is your business owned by a business entity? I'm gonna say no. But let's say you have a company that's owned by a corporation. For example, your company is Scotch Tape Inc. and you own Donut Shop Coffee. So if you're filing it for Donut Shop Coffee, then you put in the name of the business entity. But for here, we're no, most of us, so we can see that it's not grayed out anymore. We can go next. In the past year, I've been convicted of a crime. No. We've been disbarred from contracting with the federal government. Hopefully not. If you're in that situation, you got to stop right here. Are you subject to indictment, criminal information, or anything like that? Have you been arrested in the past 6 months or any kind of criminal offense? Hopefully you're not in that situation. If you are, then give me a call, because this is going to be a problem and I'll be able to help you out there. And if anyone helped you, you fill that out, which is not me because I'm not helping you. Now, if you call me individually, I will definitely help you fill this out. But otherwise, just put no or leave it blank. Do you give permission to SBA to discuss any portion of the application with the representative above? Yes, but you don't have anyone, so you don't have to worry about it. Now, there is an advance that they will give you of $10,000 if you'd like. So if you want to, you put that advance in there. Let's say you have Bank of America. So you tell them what bank account you want the money to go into. Put in your account number and whatever the routing number for Bank of America is. And you hit next, migrate out. No, you have to say that you're doing this under penalty of perjury. So you go next. It's going to give you a chance to review everything before you submit it. So carefully review it. I remember when I did mine, I noticed that I had put the county in wrong, so I had to do it again. So you just hit the edit button and I'll let you go back and fix that. And it'll take you page by page again to go through everything. And once you've done everything, you click I'm not a robot, and you'll see that the submit button will no longer be grayed out and you can submit it. Obviously, we're not submitting this because this is not any real application, but that's how easy it is to go through and do the Federal Small Business Administration loan. Cake. Now you have until September to do this. So maybe some of you want to kind of hold off and see what goes on. This loan, you do not have to make a payment until 1 year after you receive your initial payment on the loan. So that's amazing. So that's the second one of the 3 resources I wanted to show you. And the last one, I'm not gonna go through the whole application, but this is for my Florida people. Florida has set up what's called a bridge loan. So this is to help you out until you get a federal loan. But the processing on this one says it takes longer than a federal loan, so I don't know. Now, this one has a little more restrictions on it. If you check out where it says loan details, it says all Florida counties are accepted. Applications will be accepted for businesses that have been established prior to March 9th, which is still pretty reasonable. Now, you do have to have 2 to 100 employees. And this one is up to $50,000 per small business. And it says possibly up to 100 in special cases, but I haven't seen what the special cases are. This is a 1-year loan, and only one loan may be made per business. Now, the first year of this loan is interest-free. If you cannot pay the $50,000 back within the year, after that it will be 12%. So if you can pay it in a year and you have 2 employees at least, to 100, then this loan may be for you. Now, let me check the requirements just to be sure. It has to be a for-profit. I think anything else that was really weird here. There can't be any illegal activities. I found it kind of weird when I was looking at this down here. Massage parlors, hot tub facilities, and escort services. I don't automatically put those 3 together, but Florida apparently does, because I go to Massage Envy all the time and I don't think of them as anything inappropriate. So they kind of got, I guess, bunched in with these other places, but you can't be any of those. And you have to own at least 51% of the business. You have to sign an agreement. You have to certify that everything you're getting is legit. no lying, no fraud. If you do that, you're going to be hiring me in a couple years. Now, this loan can be filled out online, or you can download the application. So if you download the application, it'll give you the PDF version, which is this version. I started filling it out this way, and then you can mail it in. But I don't know if you want to go to the post office and all that right now. But you can use stamps.com if you have it to mail it out. But this one's pretty simple as well. You're going to fill out your information. I'm not going to go through this one like I did the other one, but it's very similar. The only thing is this one does have supporting documentation that they require. So this page is probably the most important page you have to have before you apply for this one. Look at section 3 and look at the required loan application documents. This is very important. You have to have your taxes done. They want the last 2 years of your federal income tax. So most people have not done their 2019s yet. So they want your 2017 and your 2018. If you've done your 2019, then you can submit your 2018 and 2019. But they want the previous 2 years of income taxes. So if you guys haven't gotten your taxes together yet, you gotta get it done. That's the first thing you gotta do. So make sure you pay attention to this page. Make sure you have all the financials. I went forward and I talked to my accountant, and I went down here where it says applicant may voluntarily provide additional information. They have a typo there. It doesn't say voluntarily. But so I did this. I got my financial statements for the last 2 years, profit and loss statements, that kind of thing for the year to date, because I just wanted them to see how well my company's doing on a consistent basis, so they can see that I have the ability to pay it back. So I think the more information you give them, the better, but it's not required at all. But just fill it out, and this one is up to a lot more than the others. No, I'm sorry, this is the Florida one. So this one's up to $50,000. So, I mean, if you want to, if the federal government one is not big enough, you can definitely do this. The application deadline for this one is in May. So you have time. I mean, I'm not rushing into anything. I've applied for 2. I still haven't submitted the Florida one. I'm gonna wait another couple days and see how things go. But I'll probably wind up doing all 3. Now, I am still doing research, and I'll let you guys know as I learn more. But I understand that there's certain loans that if you apply for one, you can't get another. And there's certain loans that they can be forgiven if it's used on payroll and rent, which I believe applies to the first one I showed you guys, the Small Business Association loan, the federal one. But, you know, as you guys know, anybody who follows me, I'm a criminal lawyer. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just letting you guys know what I've done and what I'm doing, so you guys can see kind of what's going on, so you can see what options are out there for you. But if you want to consult a financial advisor or an accountant, of course you should do that. I'm just showing you what I do. So hope everybody is, making it out there. And if you have any questions and need anything, give me a call. I'm always here to help you out. Thank you very much. I hope you guys liked that video. I hope it wasn't too long. Now, things change every single day. We should get more details later in the week on the PPP loan. The loan I applied for was the EIDL loan. So as I get more information, I'll share it with you guys as well. Have a good one.